Yeah! Get this music a little bit lower. And just checking if everything is working. I guess I need to reply to something. Give me a second, guys. As you can see, we are on a full HD now. I am here all by myself. I don't know if anybody's here yet. I am just trying to check. We got the chat. Yeah, there we go. Hey, my crew. Hey. Hello, Greg, her and Claudio. How are you doing? So it's working. Nice. But yeah, I can see you there on the chat, guys. Sorry, it's hot here today. And I just got a mail from the guys at the Brooklyn Con, and I just realized something that I completely lost track of time. I wasn't able to do it right away, so let me see if I can add this right now. Let's hope. Let me see. I don't want to make a mess. Image back. Source image. Let's see. Let's hope this works. And then can you hear the music? Oh, I don't know where I have this. Where did I put it? Let me check. The music is going to get back real soon. Don't worry. There it is. Hi, Nico. So, guys, sorry, it's going to be all in English, you know. Well, I can't find it now. I don't want to make you guys wait a lot. I was just checking for the logo for the virtual con. But I can't find it. Well, it is what it is. I'm a professional, guys, I know. But I'm not a professional streamer, so that's what you get right now. I'm just going to go to the home page and just share this. I'm talking like crazy. Let me see. They're here. So if I hide these guys, we have the image back just in case anything happens. There we have this. Here's the chat. Remember, guys, I'm doing this for VirtualCon Online. So if you want to check them out, virtualcon.online. You can check what the guys are doing, and I think it's pretty awesome. They set up all this, well, as the name says, right? VirtualCon. So you can check the content over there. And yeah, sorry guys, I forgot to add the logo to the screen. It's my second time, come on, bear with me. So let me know if the music is doing fine. And I'm going to have the chat here, but I don't want you guys to see that. I want you to just see Zbrush. There we go. So I can see the chat and you don't have to see the web. Yeah, nice, sweet. Okay, let's turn the music a little bit down. I hope this is okay, just let me know. And today I'm going to be trying to do this beautiful cat lady, same artist, pen over there. Music is too loud still, let me know. Yeah, I know I got like 12 seconds delay. Oh, guys, it's so hot today. I'm glad that you can't really see me that much. It's still day here, but I'm on the shadows. I work on the shadows. Yeah, it's nice. Okay, cool. Music is better. I don't know, it says here that the chat box is supposed to have a sound, but still figuring that out, guys. Guys and girls, right? Well, for what I saw on the analytics, it's only guys so far. Let's see. Yeah, the chat here is nice, but I can't really see what I'm saying. I'm doing actually. There we go. Let's keep it here for now. We're going to go with CatWoman today, and I have only these two references from him. I think they're pretty sweet. And just in case I forget something, or it's always nice to have something, I have this photo scan reference from 1024. I think it's really good to see the volumes, just so I don't forget, you know. I think I had to, I don't know, I'm going to open Skype just in case, because I don't know if I'm assume they are watching, and if they need to contact me or anything, they can do it through Skype. Yeah, Nathan, just letting you know, I'm here. Just if you need anything, I'm here. Now it's better, right? I'm so happy I managed to. I want to thank Claudio Abraham. I'm going to say Abraham because I'm speaking in English, you know, my friend. He helped me out with this, to make the setup full HD, because last time I realized that it wasn't going full HD, it was only going 720, and that wasn't the best for showing something like this, because you kind of need all the resolution you can get, you know, because that's the idea, to show you the software a little bit, at least to show you a few of the tricks, or I don't know if it's tricks or tips, I don't know how you want to call it, but the good thing is that you can see what I'm pressing, right? Right now I'm just smoothing everything. What I can do if I want to smooth everything, super easy, is, oh, I got sound, sorry guys, let me just take out the sound on this, because it's going to, I'm a very solicited guy. No, I'm not, just kidding. Nobody calls me ever. Just like my wife and my daughter are out, so they might call me, and I don't want the ring sound right now. So I can go to smooth here, to the formations, and just, no, not squid, sorry, smooth. You see, and this is going to apply to the whole subtool that I have selected. So I can go to repeat to active if I did it one time, and now it's going to apply the smooth to everything, instead of just going and smoothing every little part. What I'm going to do is probably going to make this a little bit larger. So pressing Control. Okay, this is going to press Control. There we go. I'm going to try to make this a little bit bigger. What I got here, I wanted to show you, is I got some of the other ones that I did before doing the stream. Not today, the other day I was doing this. I did in 2 different days because I was practicing, you know, to reach the goal of making it in 1 hour. I know now that is not going to happen, so we're going to take at least an hour and a half. And this is what I wanted to show you guys, what the ones I did before. So we got this, guys, and here is the Wolverine. Finish it. You know, I added a little bit more detail to it. and did the coloring a little bit, and then I did a composition, you can say, using Photoshop, also using the BPR renders, different materials, and exporting this. And you have it here, say render, BPR renders, render paths, there we go, and taking each one of these, exporting them, and doing a composition using Photoshop. Okay, so if I have time, I am going to do that as well. We'll see what we can do. There we go, let's show her again. The chat is here. I know you cannot see it, well, you can see the translucent one, but I have a chat window, little window here, and it's going to help me not to be looking up all the time, so I can see it in my monitor down here, but sometimes it's just getting in the way. It just gets in the way. So let's see. I'm going to go with a soft nose. I'm looking at both, right? I'm looking at this reference down here and this one right here, trying to get the same shapes that I got from the images. Remember, we're trying to translate a 2D image into a 3D object. So that is basically our job. Not all the time. I mean, sometimes you have to, you get enough room to get your own ideas, you know, because sometimes the sketches, the concepts are a little bit loose, you can say, and they give you maybe I don't want to say free will, but yeah, you can say that. They give you some free will to go ahead and fill the gaps. Let's see. This is kind of, I'm just realizing now something. Like, I don't know where this, oh, okay, this, I just, because here is all smudgy and it's all cool looking, but it's very artistic and it's losing some of what the details would be. So, but I'm seeing here that this just ends here and goes like that, right? Just going to lay it off here. It's not like it's a final or anything. I'm using the /2 brush. You can find that brush in the slash brush here and then brush menu /2, and it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool brush. I use it a lot because it makes one level up and one level down, you can say. So let's see, what can I do? Well, women faces are often like much softer than guys. I mean, you don't want, you know, the cheekbone to be like than a guy like over here, like super defined, because it doesn't really look nice. And we are going for like the canon beauties, right? So girls usually have like everything is soft on them, all the shapes. Now I should have taken one image as reference from the front. That would have made my life easier. But I'm good. I think I'm good. I think I got it. We'll see, right? Oh, I'm really getting hot. I think I'm going to have to turn the AC. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to turn it on. Let's hope it works. So another big thing about women is bigger lips. Usually they have, or at least they are portrayed with bigger lips. And well, you can see, well, my sweat is going over my headphones. That ain't good. It doesn't feel that good. Just pressing D to dynamic sub just to see. D, if you press it once, it gets the dynamic subdivision. Just like multiplies the amount of polygons, but it's like a preview. You press Shift D, it goes back. Oh man. Let's just like hit the landmarks. Just drag away from the model, mask, so it generates new polygons. And what I'm seeing here is that she has like this rounded but small nose. As you can see, I have a lot of polygons, so I cannot go too detailed on it. I just need to get the general forms as much as I can with this amount of polygons. Portugal, Glauton Lopez, Uma Aula de I don't know what that means. Thanks for the hands. I guess you're kind of clapping with those emojis. What's up, Portugal? Hey guys, thanks everybody for being here. I think today I made something. I should have sent the link. I don't know what link they were asking. Just didn't saw it on time. I forgot to check my emails. So I hope, Nathan, I hope that you're watching and everything is working. So sorry, man, about that. If not, just let me know. We can do it right now. I don't think anybody is going to care about it. Hey, Nico, what's up? So let's see. Let's do something. Let's change the material a little bit to something I can see more about of the volumes. This is nice. I like this one. Have this one as well. Let's skip it right now. Let's skip it, but make it a little bit darker maybe. That's better. Oops, I did something here. What did I do? There we go. Clay brush I use it a lot because it kind of like it's soft and it doesn't really care about the geometry. It will go over anything. You can see here. It's not the same as clay buildup or clay tubes constant. Kochi, what's up, brother? And I use clay a lot because when I'm doing ladies or women, it's important because some slight changes can make a lot of difference. And as you can see, I'm going like really low in intensity. Okay, I think I'm going to try to, let's see, would be the eyes. I don't want them. I kind of want this feeling of not fully open. And today we're going to add the eyes in a different way because the other day I think I just sculpted them in there. And today I'm just going to bring some geometry to it. It's looking really bad now. This is like the worst stage, right? I mean, look at that. Oh, that square jaw. Oh man, it's killing me. How's it? I'm not going to reply to that last one. It's doing okay. Don't worry about it. Let's see. Now I want the ears, right? Let's see the ears. Let's do something. Let's keep it here, right here. Just to get the proportions right, I'm going to go to the opacity that is here and see if we are landing some of those proportions already or we are far off. Actually, we're doing quite alright. I mean, it's not accurate, but it's not that far away. See? Let's take the opacity. There we go. See? It's not that crazy, man. It is different, obviously. I think we can do better now. Let's see. So let's bring this a little bit forward. This going more like that. This is farther away. Now, there we go. Something like that. See how he shade the cheekbone over here. I don't know how to call it, pomulus. I think it's the cheekbone. I don't know if in English cheekbone and pomulus is the same thing. I'm not quite sure. I'm working very softly on her. Let's add, I need a few more polygons because it's making my life a little bit crazy. There we go. That's just, it's not a lot, but it's not even a million polygons. You can see the number here. Cheekbones, Jesus. And Diogo saw his cheekbones, okay. And Jamie Grace is saying Jesus has rises, and he's doing Zbrush. So, Jesus, I look a lot like Jesus. That's what you're saying. I gotta tell you, I am a lot, for what I'm seeing in images, I am a lot fatter than Jesus. Oh man, I would be nuts. Imagine Jesus coming out in this day and age. Not doable. Let's not get into a relation, guys. That is never a good idea. Let's see, lips. Lips usually are separated in these three shapes. I mean, there are more nuances to it, but you can like do a lot just doing like that. And the other one is two shapes, right? And you don't overdo it like I'm doing right now. You have to smooth it out, but it's basically the form. And another thing is that you have to look these things from above and from up, and you will see like how the upper lip is always like over the lower lip, goes over. It's pretty weird, strange. It's not usually the case when you see this going like that. That has a name, I don't remember it. It's when you have the jaw going forward. I actually kind of have that a little bit. Just a little bit. Like that. Let's see. See, now, okay, now I can use this one a little bit. Let's go. Let's have her there and her there. I'm kind of trying to hit here is like the, you have to pay attention to this. I mean, this is doesn't have to be too far apart or too short. It is important, you know, to have the space of like a finger here between your nose and the lips. let's see, something I'm doing quite different is that this, so you can see there, it goes lower. Same here. I think I can bring the ice here now because it's kind of annoying. Well, let's save first, right? Still out to go, but I kind of want to. Oh, let's just bring these guys to see. I mean, obviously, it's just not going to be like that, but I can use them since I already have them. But if I press this button here, this button that is like the tracking button, you can say, like the Google Maps button, and then you go home, you press home. If you move them, you press home, it's going to take it to the center of the world. And since I am working symmetrically, I'm on the center of the world, I can use those. I can bring them here. Now I can go here and oh, they are not spheres. Okay, now let's not do this. Let's just bring some spheres. And what I can do is go to the center. I can pick the EM brush, for example, and oops, we crashed Zbrush. So guys, give me a second. I will need to reboot it. Good thing that we saved before. It's important to save. Oh, there we go. Come on, guys. Not guys. I mean, I'm talking to Zbrush, right? My little baby. Let's see. Let's run by Zbrush. Just a second, guys. Let's have a drink. We already have an hour in, almost. Times fly when you're having fun, right? Let me know if you have any questions you want to ask, something that you want me to show you. About Zbrush. I'm talking about something in Zbrush. I know Kochi is there, so taking precautions. Let's give it a second. There we go. Let's hope this works. We're back. We're back. Oh, but I need to get my reference again. What I was trying to show you guys is that, and if you go there, brushes. Let's go to where am I? Oh my god, where am I? Here. In the brushes, you call me, yeah, I caught you, Kochi. I know you got brother. See, now that I have that, if I am like in any of these modes, like scale, move, wherever, when you see the gizmo, if you press one of those, oh sorry, it doesn't have to have multiple solutions. If you press one of those, it's going to change, see, the object to one of those objects. And for some reasons, because I have UVs and these spheres come with UVs, it's just translating the UVs there. Now let's see. Let's take the eye, move it here, down, back, not down. And I'm on the center, and I can mirror and wallet, and it's going to transfer it to the other side. Now I need to get my two reference back. Give me a second. References, artists, the awesome Ben Oliver. we got this one here. This is the spotlight. I hope you get it by now. I don't know if I showed it before. I mean, I don't know if I showed the setting. But you go to texture, and from texture you go in here, and this table you go import, and you're going to get the images here. Let's take the other one. Let's bring the other one. Where's the other one? There we go. Now that I have them here, I can go to add to spotlight, and it's going to give me the image here. Okay, take the other one, add to spotlight, and there we go. Now we have two. And all these menus, I mean, you can see what every button does. You can just press it and you will just catch it. They rearrange the images. Here you can scale it, rotate it. Then you have these that you can paint with them. You can do changes, edit to the image. The good thing is that you can flip it, so it's super easy when you're doing something that you can flip it, and it's always helpful when you're using like anatomy reference, stuff like that. That you need to see, you know, the muscle from one side, and you get the picture that is completely in reverse. So you got to go and edit the image and flip it. Here you can do it like in one click. So let's see. One important thing, when you have a spotlight, you can move the geo, but you cannot sculpt on it, because the spotlight originally is for like projecting textures onto a model. So what you have to do is, if I remember correctly, let me see, it's just pressing Ctrl, you get where the buttons are, you go to brush, sample, spotlight, pressure. So brush, samples, spotlight projection, you gotta turn it off. Now that it's off, you can sculpt on the model. That is very important. If not, there's no way you're going to be able to sculpt on the model. And I use it a lot because it's super easy to have it just here, and I don't have to look at different monitors or just like downsize, you know, the Zbrush windows and have the images on pure ref on the other side. I think I am getting too relaxed and time is flying, so I'm going to step it up a little bit. Getting a little cold here now. It's, oh man. We have a question from Trevor. Were you a traditional sculptor before? Having trouble switching over? Recommend using the stylus? Any good Zbrush tutorials? Asset sources? Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to get into the industry, I totally recommend using Zbrush. I think it's the best tool for this out there. They are the leaders. And I'm not being paid by Zbrush. By any means, I wish. But about tutorials, yeah, you have a ton of them. That's the thing. You can go to their official website. It's called Pixologic. There is a section that is, let me show you. Or let me at least look it up so I don't mess it up. Pixologic web, Pixologic. Yeah, I know you're not here to see me browse the internet, but there we go. You have the Learn Zbrush under the pixologic.com. You have something that's called free classrooms, and there's a lot of information there, like getting started, like how this, how that. You have the YouTube channel of Pixologic where you have a lot of guys there streaming all the time, and you have a section called Ask Zbrush, where you can send them questions, but I suggest you like see all the tutorials they already have first, because they have a really strong community in Zbrush. And actually right now I know that they release one that is called Zbrush Core and Mini. It's for free, so it's a really cool software that you can. It's not the same as the Zbrush, the Aurora Zbrush, but at least you start to get familiar with the software if you download it and test it. You will need one of these, like a tablet or a Cintiq if you have it, you will need that for sure. But man, if you come from a traditional background, it's super, like, you're going to fly on the software. Once you get the software and you understand how the tool works, you just have to translate all your knowledge, like the knowledge that you have about I'm sure you have about anatomy, form, shape, whatever. You just have to translate it to the software, to doing it on the screen. So yeah, there's a learning curve, but it's not that hard, in my opinion. I've seen a lot of guys like used to be traditional and now they are moving to digital, and they are going fast. I mean, it took me a lot of years to learn Zbrush, but the thing is that I was learning a software at the same time I was kind of like learning the fundamentals, you know, and I'm still learning that. It's a never-ending story, you know, with anatomy and stuff like that. But I'm just like, I love Zbrush. That's the truth. It changed my life. It changed my life. It really made me enthusiastic about getting into 3D, because 3D softwares back then when I started were like, you know, all poly based, in the sense that you had to model basically poly by poly. So it's quite different. This feels like drawing, like playing with clay. It's a completely different feeling than the traditional softwares like 3ds. I use 3ds Max. Well, I know 3ds Max, but it's just lately I just use it only for renders. I'm not using it for much more. I use Zbrush for as much as I can, and I like to use the scene modeler tool that is here for hard surface modeling. You can do a lot with it. So I wish you luck, Trevor, if you decide to get into this. I think there's a lot of work, and there's a lot of more work coming. But that's just my opinion. You kind of have to say that, right? That's in my opinion. Okay, I am not happy with this at the moment, but that's the way it always works. I'm not happy, I'm not happy, I'm not happy for a long time, until kind of suddenly everything clicks together and I am happy. At least for the moment. You know, for the moment being. Then I see it again and I see all the mistakes and flaws, things I can do better. And you do them in the next model. I mean, you can go and fix the one you're doing, or you can just like do them on the next one. Here's something I do a lot, is use the smooth strong. I use smooth strong, smooth directional, and smooth groups. I use a lot of different smooths. Smooth is a really good. You're welcome, Trevor. Smooth is a really useful tool. I mean, don't only use the default one that comes with the software. I mean, all comes with the software, but what I mean is that the default one that comes when you press Shift is going to go to a smooth, and that is the basic one. You can do different tricks using different smooth brushes. Let's see what I can do here. Let's lay out this a little bit. I think it's going to help me. Well, this is completely weird. I know that I'm following, but this is not working. I need to apply a little bit of anatomy knowledge to this, right? At least a little bit. To say, yeah, I know something about anatomy, which I'm always studying. What about the music? Is the music okay? It's kind of repetitive. I don't know if it goes with this. I might have to look for something different next time. I think I have heard this track, I mean this playlist like 100 times already. Well, something is not there yet, but it is getting there. See, this she kind of feels like she's about to smash and to send a kiss, and I don't want that. One thing I can do is like pressing Control, select a different kind of mask, like lasso mask, and like mask this because I don't want to move this. I wanted to keep it in place. You can blur like pressing, holding Control and pressing on the mask on the model. Hello, Stefano. And doing this, you can smooth it and you can go. And you know, it's going to soften the part, you know, between the mask and the unmasked part. So when you do a change, it's not that hard to go and fix. See, over here is kind of weird. Let's see. Ah, I don't have the. Oops, I'm typing on the chat. Sorry. No, I wanted to get the reference image because I am not feeling it today. But that happens a lot, like because we are supposed to be like artists, right? And when you're young kid, I mean, you do art when you feel like it. You feel like that's the way it should be. But when you are working as an artist, you gotta work, and your work is to do, you can say, art. So you have to work through. You can't be like, oh, I'm not in the mood today to do art. So that's what I'm forcing myself, like right now. I'm not like, I'm still hot. I slept like, I don't know, around 5 hours today. But the stream has to be done. So here we go. You have to be professional about that. It's like you gotta teach yourself, you know, to keep at it. Just sometimes it's not easy to find the words in English. You know, Spanish is my first language, so I'm from Argentina, by the way. I don't know if some of you guys here don't know. Oh yeah, Stefano. I mean, I'm from Argentina, but I'm from Italian family. You know. All my family is from Italy, like originally. My name is Franco Carlesimo, and it sounds like that. Carlesimo. Yeah, it's very Italian, I know. And from some of my family work from Sicily, all over the place actually. But you know, they went to Argentina a long time ago. And now I'm living in Barcelona. Kind of close to Italy, but haven't been into Italy. I need to go there. Right now is not the best moment to go. But I mean, even if I want to, I can't, you know, because of what's going on, but I will go eventually for sure. I want to visit a lot of places. Now I kind of feel like it is taking better shape, right? And if you see, I mean, I'm not staying always, never in like fixing one little spot. I'm like going around and touching here, touching there. Is feels easier because you don't want to, at this point, you don't want to commit to any part. Like you're looking for the overall image. I'm still looking for the overall. Like, I'm working a little bit of secondary forms, like, you know, lips, nose, but it's mostly primary forms as a sense. But I think that she's kind of getting there. You know, she has like this kind of squash from the, you know, from the front. It's kind of square a little bit. Maybe the neck is a little bit too big. It's, I mean, too square, actually. And what he does, that's pretty cool with the, you know, with the light and shadow. He's the dealing. I don't know how to say it in English. He's showing us here the volumes, you know, what the plane change of the face. I don't know if it's going to translate as well in 3D. You see, I'm trying to match it here, right? It's sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, so you have to figure out the best way to translate it. Well, something that is obviously very different is the fact that she's wearing glasses, like big cut glasses that we're going to do. What we can do is go for the ears right now. Whoops. Control C, we'll delete that. Come on. Stick it there and stick this. Let's see. A new brush that I have is called like this Move Infinity. Yep, I really love, because it's going to move everything here. Because let's show it to you. Like if I use only the move and I do like that, let's go like that. See how it's like pressuring on this side, like it's leaving the middle almost the same. I mean, it's been affected by the fall off of the brush, but it's not the same. If I take this, see, it's moving everything at the same level, and it's really useful. Other little tip is that when you have, I mean, when you set it up like this, when you have like your custom UI, for doing that you have to go to config, you now customize. See, and see how it changes down below there. Now you can move stuff around. Holding Ctrl and Shift, you can move stuff around. You can take the brushes from the brush palette. You drag it here, and then you choose a brush. You go Ctrl Shift and you drag it, and you leave it someplace. Right? Preference. Remember to delete this, and then after you change it, you store the config. What you can do is you can, I don't know, let's say the move brush, I have it with a shortcut button, it's like number 2, so I can go, and I know I'm going to use this a lot, I can go and pick it from here, and see, it's going to change it to that brush. I can do the same with this one. If I go here and I select a different brush, let's see, I don't know what I want now. Let's take the pen brush so we can paint that. See, it's going to change there. That is pretty useful, and I can still, in my case, I can still access to the buttons because I have them in shortcuts. I think it's pretty useful for like speeding up the process. Now let's see. I'm going to mask here. Let's change the mask. Let's take it around there, right? Yeah, it's not. It's bigger. They are bigger. And they are more cut-like. Okay, yeah. Let's see. It's more like that, actually. Maybe like that. Let's move it up here, and let's. No, well, this is another tip for you if you don't use Zbrush very much. If you do that, and if you like scale it, see how it's moving away from the would be the pivot. Like we have the pivot here, right? The pivot is where I place my gizmo. If I hold Alt and I press on something, it's going to move there. So why is like scaling like that? Because it's like holding the warp position. If I apply like a symmetry, now if you see, it's going to move from that pivot. That is super useful. I use it all the time. Okay, now something here is weird because as you can see, they actually, let's try to make a little change because the ears, they go a little bit more like through here, right? Let's do that. Not that much. See, I think that's better. It's all taking shape. It takes time, but it's slowly taking shape. Drag outside the model, so see, now that I did that, all the polygons stretch out, and if I sculpt here, it's going to be, it's going to be broken, right? So if I drag outside, it's going to create. So we did with the with the polygons showing. If I drag outside, you're going to see it change. Now, if I sculpt, I have the same amount of polygons in everything, so it's easier, you know, to not get it all the I don't know how to say Zbrush shadow. Well, all messed up. Let's say it like that. So I'm going to try to get. Let's see. I don't know if I should go for the glasses right now. What time is it? Oh, we're close to an hour, so yeah, I think we're going to go for the glasses. But wait, let's make this a little bit rounder. Just a little bit extra detail here. Looking for the right volumes. Let me know, guys, if he's like anything that you want to see, you want to know for the next, maybe the next stream. I don't know. I can't keep like sculpting this bust, and the idea is to eventually, after I have a few, is to show like the printing preparation process. You know, I will pick one and show you how I prepare it for printing. Just to give that collection, you know, the collecting stream thing. But the thing is that also the way I'm modeling, it is for collectibles. I mean, something like this, if you're working for games, it might have like the hat and the face will be like not the hat, the suit, let's say, will be like a different model. Here it's all the same mesh. You know, if I hide apart, you can see it's like that. It's all the same mesh. Obviously the eyes haven't been attached yet, but see, if this would be for games, I mean, this would work. Like not this, but having the eyes separated from the body. But that is not going to fly when you're working for collectibles, because it's not going to read the model right, and it's going to create a mess. Hey Edwin, what's up, man? Thanks. You're always in the chat, man. I really appreciate it. She's not there at all, but again, it's only 1 hour of work. And what I've been trying to do, practicing, is like just to learn how to make the brush strokes, you can say, more exact. You know, you don't become faster by moving your hands faster. You become faster by doing the right strokes. You know, using less. So I've been practicing a lot, trying to figure out what would be the best way. You know, sometimes I do it faster, sometimes I get to the result, it takes me longer, but it's just for me. It's not like this is required. I mean, if you're going to do something like that, you will have time. It's not like you need to do it in an hour. Thanks, Edwin. I'm not an entertainer, man. I can tell. I am a sculptor. I can do many things, but being a YouTuber is not one of them. I can do it, of course, but I'm not planning on excel at it. But it's fun. It's fun hanging out with you guys here, and now we're doing it like very, you can say, school-like. Like I'm teaching you a lot, but eventually we will go back to the ones that having a little bit of fun and talking with some friends and stuff. I'm going to try to keep them in English, that's for sure. Christian, what's up? Oh, here, man. Just getting the cat lady. And we are almost at an hour. I gotta say, I'm pretty, I mean, not the happiest guy with the model, but I'm not as disappointed as I figured I was going to be. Yeah, this had to be different, I know, because they are one way on the front and a different way on the side, but okay. Robson Barros had a question like, Franco, how do you deal with stress and avoiding burnout in your work? And that is a big question, I think. Stress, you're not going to escape stress, in my opinion. You will always find stress. The thing is that you will learn to manage it with time, I think. There's always like fires in some place, you know? But the thing is that you realize that sometimes some things that people say are super important, they are not. I mean, that happens a lot. Like some people will ask you like a change like right away. I need it right now, and this happened to me a few times. Like I need it now. I need to do this. We need to do this now, and it's on a Friday, and it's, I don't know, it's the last day of the week. You know, you're going to read, and you're working until really late. So you send the file, and then you realize that nobody's going to see it until Monday. That happened to me like more than once. So I realized that, yeah, it's not true that they need everything. Sometimes they need it, but it's not true that they need everything like right away. If you have like a situation like that, you learn to manage it like, I don't know, like talking to maybe the right person that you need to talk about what's going on and stuff like that. But that's again, I'm rambling a little bit, but that's the thing. I mean, those are things that you learn with time. I really, at the moment, I'm not having a lot of stress because I'm doing something that I really like, that is like modeling for collectibles, and it's not that stressful at all compared to working for commercials. I used to work for commercials like 10 years of my life, being a 3D journalist. Those are the guys that know how to do a lot of different stuff in the medium, like simulation, modeling, rigging, animation. I do a lot of different stuff, none of them that well, but good enough that allowed me to live doing what I like sushi. But at for the past 3 years, I think, or a little bit, like I think 4 now, I've been doing just modeling. The past year, the last year working for commercials, I was only focusing on modeling because I realized that I had to specialize on something, because the other thing it was too demanding. It was too stressful. Hey, Bag Sadan, I don't know, Baggy, I'm doing it. I said it right. Dudes, if you don't know his work, check out Bag Sadan's work. It's amazing. And then we have Mate Shako as another friend that is super cool. I'm actually doing something with him just for fun. And Bag, but man, everything that Bag does, I love. I'm trying not to look at it too much because I feel like I'm going to end up copying him. I told him already. And burnout, man, burnout. I actually don't at this point. That's the thing. I used to get burnout because I used to work in a constantly stressful environment. But now I don't really get burnout because I'm doing something that I really like. And the thing is that if I feel tired, I just go and rest a little bit, like chill with my wife and my daughter, like go and watch a movie, wherever. That took me a long time. I mean, to get here took me a long time, but it's reachable. I think it's reachable, and it's going to. Sadly, there is not like a universal answer. You know, how I deal with burnout is crazy. But for example, after a long day of sculpting for a client, sometimes I want to relax, and what I do is sculpt something personal. Like I've been sculpting 12 hours, and then I sculpt, I don't know, 4 hours more if I have the time. You know, I don't know, my wife is out or wherever. I sculpt like 4 more hours, but something personal. That is, I think that is the main thing that I've been talking a little bit. We went to that point. I do a lot of personal work, and that helps me to keep myself motivated, like a lot. So I always think that the personal work is super important. I always been doing, like, since I was I don't know, doing painting books or whatever, or doing for commercials. Again, I always had my personal projects, like personal animation stuff, like modeling and little movies that I used to do. Because that's the way I really enjoy this. I used to draw and model because I enjoy it, and as everything, you know, becomes a work. So to avoid like getting tired of it, I usually do my personal jobs, my personal work. Sorry, I'm missing the words, but I guess you got me right. Get me back if you didn't. Hey Gavino, what's up, man? Don't worry about it. The stream will be there, so you can check it out. But I'm sure you're going to have some questions. You usually have questions. Let's quit save this, just in case. Okay, she is kind of getting there. It's not there yet, I can tell. Here's another trick. I'm with the move. Here the bar IQ curve. This one is tricky. I don't always remember where is it. IQ curve is brush, curve, IQ curve. So brush, curve, IQ curve, right? If I press that, see the difference between the move. Sorry. If I move like that, see how this is going to be like soft and fall off. If I do that, it's going to be pointy, and this is super useful. It's super useful because you will need it a lot of times, like to have like a pinch point instead of like moving it and then going to the pinch brush or whatever. You can drag from there. Let's make the eyes. I think the eyes are smaller, or maybe I need to be a little bit over here. I'm still not feeling the sexy that he got. Obviously, I mean, we're not in color or whatever, but there is something missing here. Well, there's a lot missing actually. But I'm more chill, I'm more relaxed. That's the thing. The other day I was like rushing like crazy, and it wasn't fun. I was happy with the result, but it wasn't that fun. And now that at least I have like, I don't know, half an hour, we'll try to speed it up a little bit. Unless I get a message from, let's check the email. Let's see, because I didn't have got any message from Skype. So let's see how I'm doing, because last time he contacted me by email. No, we're good. Nobody's. See, there's no fires. We're good. Nice. Music is still on. And yeah, we're around 30. We're good. So let's see. So, hi mate, yes I do. Whoa, sorry, I mean I lost. What steps? Hey, I'm a little too late. I'm assume. What do you mean? Gavino says that he's following my steps. I don't actually know what steps did I took that he's following. I'm assuming he's trying to. What? Come on. sorry, I don't want to put words in your mouth, Gabeno, so you're going to have to answer what steps are you trying to, are you following? Okay, now I feel like that is this is a zygomatic bone, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot the names all the time. I'm bad on that. I was always bad in school, like, ah, man, so bad in school. Like, super average. But in any sense, I used to like draw a lot, but I was never ever the best kid. There was always somebody better than me drawing. Was never the best at any of those things. But I used to draw a lot. I like not really pay attention to do anything. Me following your step, practicing a lot, practicing. Yeah, man, that's perfect. Yeah, that's the way. But important thing is to know when you're doing something wrong. I mean, not to know. You wouldn't know right away. How can I put this? Is to ask for feedback. I mean, and ask for help from not only from colleagues and from people that you know that knows a little bit more than you. That I know that you do, Gabino, because you ask. But sometimes, because we're practicing a lot, but sometimes we're doing again and again the same mistake. So it's always like useful to try to reach out to somebody that can help you out, and not only one person. Like try to reach out different guys that they might give you some insight, knowledge that they have, or when you're looking at, well, when you're studying from books, for example, don't use just one guy. Like, use different guys, because if you're studying anatomy, you're usually like studying the interpretation of an artist of anatomy, of the real anatomy. And you will see it in different books. If you have different books and you check it out, sometimes the muscles don't look the same from one book to the other one. I mean, they are all in the same places usually, but they don't look exactly the same. Like the shapes are different. Okay, now I think that this is like maybe too far apart, too far away now, and this is weird. Maybe. See, there is something still not there. I mean, I can get it here, but I don't want to do that. I would like to get it. I will do that. I will do this. I will do this because we're not like going to be streaming for 4 hours. I'm not hitting the marks. See? That's the big problem. Like, that's why it's not going to look like her. Personally work really helps. Okay, so Robinson Barros is replying to what I did. And you can read the comment, you can read it in the screen, that's good. Personal works really helps, but I'm constantly having to crunch a lot of hours to deliver my projects. Any tips on time management and workflow to optimize sculpting time? Robson, okay. It's hard to like give you advice about that in this, because I don't know what is the projects that you work, and again, I am like, everything is going to be from my experience. Tips on time management or workflow. Yeah, if I don't know what workflow you're using, it's obviously going to be hard to try to advise you on what to change, right? I don't know if you're working for games or just for like commercials or in general. The thing is, like, trying that, well, maybe sometimes, I don't want to say that it's your case, obviously, but sometimes we think that we're work on collectibles and miniatures. Oh, okay, that's good. Sometimes the reason you don't get it on time is because you are getting a lot of distraction from social media, for example, and you don't even notice, but you check Facebook like every 10 minutes or every 20 minutes or whatever, and you're wasting a lot of time doing that, and you don't even notice, but you spend 5 minutes on Facebook, 10 minutes on Facebook. At the end of the day, that's add ups, and maybe it ends up being like 2 hours on Facebook, and it gets you out of the zone. It is, social media is super cool, but you have to learn, you have to use it right. Workflow, I mean, for miniatures. Wait, sorry, I got a new comment and the other one went away. Whoa. Having to crunch a lot of hours delivering my projects. Any tips on time management and workflow? Yeah, time management. Yeah, I'm the worst at that. I think that's a problem. Like, I am here a lot of hours, but my wife knows that she can come here anytime. That's the thing. I don't like have work hours and life hours, you can say. I kind of work whenever I want and do life whenever I want. And the thing is that if you're like in collectibles and miniatures, you shouldn't have to be like crunching like crazy, because usually this has like a nice like time, you know, to be done. It's not like you need it from next week. So it's weird that you're having. Maybe we can talk it out later, and we can figure something out, because you shouldn't be unless that you're having like a big workload, like you're taking more job that you can do. That might be a reason one. You should be able to manage like everything, like life, work, you know. But I think that, yeah, we're going to have to talk it out, Robinson. So then send me a DM later and we'll figure it out. We'll see. Andrés, es un genio, Franco. Saludos, querido. ¿Cómo están en un asadito? Andrés. I'm reading the comment like in the Spanish. Sorry, guys. Thank you very much, Andrés. Yeah, man, I miss like barbecues as well. Times management. Yeah, that's something I always. But I didn't struggle. I mean, yeah, I used to struggle when I used to work on commercials, but I don't struggle anymore in general. What you have to know is like when you're working as freelance, like save money, guys. Like like don't overspend, right? Because you never really know where next check is going to come. But also know that you should be more expensive than somebody that's working at a studio, and not because you're better or whatever. It's because you will have to pay for your taxes, and that is usually a nice chunk of your earnings. And I don't know, you probably will pay for your medical and stuff like that, and that is something that you have to take in account consideration when you are like budgeting a project. Don't just like come up with a small number or a number and that's it. That is important. Like it's not the same to work in a studio where they will take care of all that, but to be a freelancer and you will have to take care of everything. Like I have a, like, I don't know how to say it, like a manager. No, it's not a manager, like somebody that does taxes, stuff like that. I always, it's always like important to have somebody like that to help you up. You don't want to mess up that part. Well, she's getting a little bit closer, but I'm like way too relaxed. This should have been much more polished by now. I think it's the heat. The weather here is, and you know, the AC, the air conditioner, I can turn it off for some time, but if I do it too much, I'm going to get a cold for sure. And now is not a time that you want to be like coughing or sneezing, you know, in front of people. It's not a good time. Thank you. Oh man, I'm missing the comments. I need to expand this. Hey Franco, how much time you spend working in a day, like 24 hours? I am collecting industry too. How much time do I spend? Basically, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't. Oh, let me think. Like, I wake up, I just like have some breakfast with my wife, wherever, because I usually don't even wake up at the same hour that she does. I gotta say, man, I work like at least 12 hours a day, at least. But it doesn't really feel like work, and I take time whenever I want to. It's like that. That's the thing. It's hard. It's hard to be. I don't want to be an example on this because sometimes I've been called a workaholic, and I don't recommend being a workaholic at all. Yes, I do recommend like going the extra mile for some projects. That's always like good, but not for all of them. And I'm not saying like don't do a good job, do a good job, but there is an extra mile that you can do sometimes to make it like 110. You know, don't do that all the time because you're going to burn out, as they were saying. But yeah, that's the thing. I sculpt for fun. I sculpt for my job. I sculpt sometimes just to do some project with some friends. It's the same as fun, right? But yeah, I work a lot of hours and long hours as well. But my office is always open. Like my daughter can come here and talk to me anytime, same as my wife. So it's not like I'm isolated. You know, it's like sorry, there was like a barf coming, and I gotta swallow it. I don't know. I didn't reach the mute button. I didn't reach for it. But yeah, man, I work super long hours. And yes, Gavino, those are Ben Oliver reference. I say it at the beginning. We went for Ben Oliver again. I will see. I don't know what I want to do next. But I do know, but I don't know which character I will do next. But eventually, we're going to get one of these that I am doing, and we're going to cut it. And oh, this is looking so bad. And show how to do the prep for printing, like from all here in Zbrush, because I can like I do the Halloween. It's not like I think there are softwares that do that, but I'm just like used to using Zbrush, so I can show you how to do it all in Zbrush. I cut it, do the Halloween, do the symbol, the decimation as well, and then send it to the preform software that I use. It's from Forms Lab because I have the Form 3. Actually, oh, it's done. No, it's not done. I didn't press print. I sent something to a printer, but since I had to start the stream, I didn't press print, so it didn't print. Don't worry, I will do it when I finish this. Yeah, I don't want to go for the shoulders, it's too much. And here, I mean the breast should be here, but it's feeling kind of weird. Because it's like I have like a quarter of a breast, right? Yeah, there's a question there. Since what's your personal thought? How do you? Okay, let me see. By the way, Ashkai Shane, thanks for being here. Since what's your personal thoughts on how to dedicate more into sculpting? Sorry, it's kind of I don't really understand the question. Like, can you reformulate it? What is my personal thoughts on how to dedicate more time to sculpting? I don't like just do it. That's why I don't really. If that's the question, it will be. Maybe I think it's badly formulated. I don't, because that's what I have done with everything. Like, I wanted to try to do something, I just like figure out, I just start doing, and I'm always like messed up at the beginning, always, because it's something new, it's different. So I'm going to mess up for sure. But that's part of the process every time, and everything. Like, you just start doing something, you messed up, and you do it again, and you read a little bit more about it. You learn from the mistakes you made the first time. You do that, and eventually you do it once and again and again and again, and you will learn a lot about something. Let's see. Let's dynamic. Yes, there we go. I'm going for the glasses now. Try to get it a little bit closer to the art. Polishing my features. That's it. It's over here. Sorry guys, I forgot the geometry. Sorry, the formations here. Like, polish by features is going to take the polygroups and like do this sharp edge. Now what I can do is go to remesh, no sorry, geometry, zero measure, and keep the groups, going to 0, freeze borders. I think that helps a lot to keep the shapes. Zero mesh it. Something is not working, so let's take the zero mesh out. Let's try that, and it did it. There we go. So I don't want it. I mean, it's just too. It's crazy like this. I don't like it. I need to polish it a little bit better. Let's polish it like filters again, more than once. Let's get this a bit lower. No, they don't have a round shape, so that's why I'm not too worried about it. But I don't want them to be like all like deformed. Right? Now that is happening because I'm using this strong smooth. I want to go for the regular smooth. Why is this happening? Shouldn't be happening because I have the mid. Let me see. Okay, let's do something. Let's mask it, unmask it, and no. Do it like that. Same here. Now I think that is going to look a little bit better. What's used as a strangely? Let me see, let me check. Sorry guys, I'm missing some of the questions. Ooh, let's go up. Since what? Okay, what's your strategy in stealing time for personal work apart from commissions? Oh, okay. How do I work on my personal work? You mean Akshay? It's hard to pronounce your name, I guess. Akshay. So how do I work on personal work and do the regular work? That's what you're asking, right? Well, I guess it's like it's the way I manage my time. Like, sometimes the thing is that I don't. It's not like I spend one full day on personal work. What I usually do is maybe work 1 hour a day, 1 hour in the day, 2 hours maybe on something personal. But usually I do it like at the beginning of the day or at the end of the day. Like when I feel like I accomplished whatever goal I had this day for work, then usually I do it regardless. I kind of go and work, I don't know, 1 hour, 2 hours on something personal, and is going to. I mean, it could be like a study of anatomy. It could be a character that I'm developing. It could be a creature, a girl, some hard surface, or just trying a new technique. It could be whatever. But usually it's like that. I just spend a little bit of time almost each day, and that is usually what allows me to do many personal projects. because well, I also you can work it, you know, on the weekends. On the weekends, it's very rarely that I do any professional work. You can say any commission work, because any client work, as the correct way to put it, because it's the weekends, and I want to do whatever I want to do. Usually, I can't get away with that, but most of the time, I end up doing what my wife wants to do. So. Sometimes it's, so Gavin is saying, sometimes it's difficult for me to know what to sculpt. That's also happening to you. It seems like you always have something in mind, or yeah, that happens to me a lot, Gavin, as well. Don't worry about that. What I do when it's something like that, I just start sculpting something. I don't care what it is. That's the thing. I heard like one time this phrase, I don't know who said where they took it from, but it was like, do something so you can change it later, but do something. So I learned, like, if I sometimes I don't have an original idea, wherever, I just like take, for example, I don't know, a photo reference for something, and I just start sculpting that kind of mindlessly, you know, not thinking about it very much, like sculpting something and letting my mind kind of wander. Like, I have a video about that, I should show it. Like, I wanted to do a little creature, but I didn't have a clue of what to do. So I just started sculpting like a pig, a weird pig that I found on the internet. And so I was like in that sculpting mode, you know? I was just like, I was sculpting for an hour already, and that helps me a lot to like get a new idea, something. I do that quite a lot, and sometimes the ideas don't go to anywhere, like, or sometimes they won't go to somewhere, but I don't like the idea. It's just not something that I like the end result, so it just maybe start a new project. But it's super duper hyper important to finish some of your personal work, because a lot of people like have like, most of the artists have like, I don't know, 200 personal work that they never finish, and nobody's going to know you for that. I mean, you need to finish your personal work and show it off, because I think everybody has a cool idea, but nobody's going to know you for your ideas. They're going to know you for what you show, unless you're a writer and you write them. Well, you can. There's a work around that, right? I mean, you can be a podcaster and just do podcasts and talk about your ideas, I guess. But we're talking about sculpting, so yeah, you need to sculpt your ideas. Yeah, everybody has hundreds of whips. Me too, man. Let me see a second. This question, yeah, last one I spelled my name correctly. Yeah, last one. So Akshay. Sorry, Akshay. I think I was Akshay the last time I spelled his name correctly. Saying. Sorry, my question. And yeah, big bro, love you being humble. Oh man, thank you so much. It's not. It's like, took me years to get where I'm at. I'm not even close to where I want to be, and I know. All those feelings, I share them, like, so it's always a pleasure, man, to be here and help out other colleagues or people that want to get into this and learn about it. This is like, it is getting there, but let's see, I am not that crazy about her right now. See, I don't get, sorry, is this going like all the way down to the, I don't know, it's kind of driving me crazy. Let's see, let's try to do something. We are almost reaching the 1.5 hour, so I might, but I don't know, I wanted to paint her a little bit and do something, so we might go a little bit over this. Let me check if I have any emails, important emails from, no, we good. From Virtual Con. We good. I don't know if it's having stream. I hope everything is working there. I'm going to double check. So that's the case. Let me see. I think I did oopsie, because I don't see myself here. So yeah, probably I did oopsie. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let's hope it's work. If they find a way to embed it. So she's kind of there, right? I don't know. Let me know, guys, what you think. Let's see. Let's duplicate this. I am going to quick save this just in case we don't want to lose anything. And I'm just checking if everything's working. Yes. Yes, Gabriel. 100. Yeah, that's the thing, man. You have to finish some of those whips. They are truly important, and trust me, you will not like them at some point, but that will mean, like, when they're finished, that is going to show at least you where you are at that time, you know, at place, that time in your life, and you're going to get it out there, and it's going to, I mean, you can download it later if you don't like it, obviously, not right away, like after a few months. Next oh my god, next personal project you do, you're going to see an improvement if you keep studying and practicing. So you upload that one, and you will see where you are at that time, and that is going to keep happening over and over and over again. You're going to get better every time. If you leave it in your folder in your PC, it's like you don't have anybody to answer to. It's like, who cares? I don't. You know what I mean? I hope you do. It's like putting a little bit of pressure on yourself as well. Okay, so this is the bridge, but I want to close these two holes. Okay, this is something I can show you. Let's go back. Okay, this is like, I have like this hard surface model that I made, right? You saw me how I made it. We can even make it better. Let's see. If I Control and Shift, I can select the lasso tool. And if I select the lasso tool, Control Shift again, right? And with the lasso tool, gives me this. See the edge is getting white. I can press on that, and it's going to go with the edge loop, right? The ring. It's going to follow the ring. I can disappear that. I can drag it outside the model. It will show me the geo that I just hide. Control W will change the polygroup. Now I can go back, and now you can see that this is a different polygroup, and that is going to be useful because it's going to keep the shape. Once maybe we do a remodel, a serial remodel, sorry, it's going to be useful to keep the shape. Same here. Let's see. Oh, not same here. But see, it's always helpful, to do selection, stuff like that. Auto group. Now I'm going to pick this one. Now it's picking these two polygroups because I pick on the middle vertex, right? This is the vertex that is containing both groups because there is no edge here. So you can go to Scene Modeler. By default, if you press on some edge, it's going to create a ring. It's by default is in this one, insert. So I'm going to do this, and well, let's have symmetry on. I'm going to do this, and it's going to give me this ring. Same here. Let's do it here as well, and let's do it here as well, and let's add some geo here as well. I'm going to select this one, masked, this one, masked, inverted. Because I'm seeing that this is so weird. I mean, this shouldn't be like this. This should be something like this. Just wanted to fix that geo. I'm going to delete the old one and just save the new one. Duplicate it again. Quick save just in case. Now let's take, because on the drawing they are connected, right? A pair of normal glasses. take this by holding Alt. I can do this, like, you know, make the polygons white. And now what I can do is by holding the spacebar, it's going to open this menu. I am with the scene modeler tool. I can hold this. It's going to give me this option. I can delete it. Now I press delete, and those polygons are gone. Let me just activate double. Double is under. Oh, I remember. Display properties double. Now what I can do is to see if it works. Like grab the edge, go to bridge, 2 holes. So it's going to take this here, and I press here, and it's going to do that. See? It's going to connect the 2 holes. Now it's made edge here. I can mask it, invert the mask, select it, and go like that. Let's check if the mask is inverted correctly. No, sorry. Oh, come on. Why it's not working? Oh, typical. Stuff doesn't work when you're doing it in public. Yeah, we don't really need it. So very good. See, now I'm pressing just like double like the D to see the, as I showed you before, the dynamic subdivision. Dynamic subdivision, see here. Let's go back. Now we need to do the strap, right? I mean, this is super messy, guys. This should be like carefully adjusted, you know. But again, we're going kind of fast in a sense. I'm kind of chill today, but we're going regardless. This is kind of fast. Like, this should be much more precise. Let's see, now we're going to take this. We can do it different ways, but I kind of like to just draw it. Maybe something like that. Let's take it. Wait, let's take it again. Like that. And if you press Ctrl and Alt, if you hold them and you click, it's going to sharpen the mask. Oh, let's see. What I want to do now. I don't know why I did. No, yes, I know why I did that. I want to do this. I want to be here, go like that, and see, make the line a little bit straighter. There we go. Sharpen it again. I don't like that. It's going to. Oh, it's okay. We're good. Yeah, I have to hurry up a little bit. Well, let me show you this part because I didn't. I don't know if I show this again. Let's go to geometry, extract. And I can extract this and give me the thickness here is fine, and I need to accept it because if I don't accept it, it's going to go away. Accept it, and now we have the geo as a different subtool. Now here you have the mask, so I'm going to draw it out. And now that we have the geo, I want this to be less polygon, so let's do it like that, and again zero measure. Let's let it think for a second. It's thinking. There we go. Oh, that's too low. Yeah, it's too low. I went too low for it. Let's give it more polygons here. That's it. Okay, I think that's better. Yeah, let's polish it. And at least now we have something, yeah. All this can be like hyper detail, like we can add like, I don't know how to, the clip here, you know, to hold it together. But we are not going to do that. because we're right out of time. I mean, I already went like over. Let's see. Let's see. Oh man, come on. I want to keep that as an edge. You can do different things there, like you can crease, you can add, let's do it this way. Add, similar, insert. Oh, sorry, you press insert, insert. You can add some edge there. And it's going to keep this shape. Same here. They are so messy. So messy. There we go. Now we have something at least. Let's do one thing more. Is like the hair, right? She has like the hair. Oh, the hair we can do it like that. Not the best way, but it's a way. Oh, I forgot. There we go. Smear and weld it. I forgot that it was in symmetry. Let's get it under the mask and the strap. Let's get it there. Come on. I'm getting out of words already. Also, see, when I focus a lot on something, I kind of like go into the zone, you can call it. I just like forget that I'm even here. Yeah, that's because we've been streaming for more than what I think is what I can manage, and try to keep it interesting. I hope I'm not missing any. Oh, okay, I'm missing some questions. Oh, it's a question from Gary. Sorry, I didn't realize. Similar is monkey business. I have to invest some time in learning how to use it. No, yeah, man, Similar is super useful. I mean, you don't have to go full bore on it and try to model something from scratch, but you can really use it to fix stuff and adjust like here and there, you know. I think it's super useful, and I do model stuff from scratch on it as well. Okay, now we have the hair. Now let's see what will be. Let's make it a different, because I'm not going to change the resolution. I think no, I don't think I'm going to change it anymore. So what I can do is like make this a different polygroup. So it's going to be much easier to select and do the poly painting, and don't worry about missing it, like losing it. Oh, I forgot to use symmetry. I need to redo this. Okay, let's go. Now that I have that masked, I can I just clean it a tiny bit. Let's say it. Come on, Franco. You gotta hurry up a little bit. There. Control W, and now see it's different polygroup, so I can pick it and I have it all by itself. I pick it again, and it's going to go away. And now, let me can go to the. This is black, basically. A little bit of blue tintish sometimes. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Go like that and fill color. I'm going to paint this. Mask it, invert it. Now I want to take, I don't know, I'm going to take this as a reference. And now I can go like that and start painting. Oh, we have the painting tool there. And one thing now that see that I see the mask is like making it everything darker. What I can do is like you have the mask in here, view mask, you can hide it. It's still there, but you're not going to see it. See if I go away, and I use it a lot because it helps me to see everything better. So like sometimes when you're painting and that is darker, I don't know, it kind of messes with you. I hope you get what I'm saying. Now let's make this color spray. Take the color notch to 0.05 and just take these to some pixels there to try to simulate a little bit about the skin. Let me see if I can maybe skin shade a little bit to see how it colors a little bit more. I don't know, I'm not quite happy with this color. Let's see how it goes. No, I can't handle it. It's too shiny for me. Let's see. Let me see what else. What else can I show you guys? That that's the thing. Everything I learned from YouTube, from internet, from buying tutorials. I don't have anyone in particular I can go to because I've been doing this for so long that I actually don't remember. But you learn everything like online, man. I mean, this is a good thing about this era, you know. A lot of knowledge is out there for you to grab. Well, if I do that, see, I'm taking the other one color. If I press Alt, it's going to paint with that one. But you have to have the alternate on. If I don't have it on, it's not going to work. Alternate, you can go like that. Now I'm realizing I'm painting that is not even going to show. So let me give you some darker colors there. I'm going to take this away because I want to paint the lips. I could add all the details there, but yeah, no, it's not going to happen now. It's too red. I want a little bit more that. Get the RGB down a little bit, and let's see. I think I overdid it. Yeah, that is a little bit better. And let's make it a little bit right. There we go. I think that is better. Well, now what else? What else? This is a mess. I mean, the eyes. Let me show you this. Let me see. They are too far apart. You know. I mean, they should be like sticking to the face. Let's do that at least. Make them more ergonomic. I don't know how to say it in English. Yeah, it should be that, right? Like they conform to the shape of the face. Yeah, man. She's a bad. Ah, no. I was going to make a joke, but I don't want to do it. Like there's a way you call cats, like female cats in English. I don't want to say it. And don't comment it as well. Don't do it on the comments. Oh man, this is driving me crazy because all these should be more like I can't do it. All this should be more like, you know. Yeah, the shapes. I don't, you know, less lumpy. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you, Franco's brain. It finally work. A little bit, at least. Let's see. Now this I can mask off. Well, no, wait. Wait. What's going on? Let's do it like this. Let's mask this like that. Blurred just a little bit. Let's make it like that. Now I feel like it's a little bit better. I mean, it's not perfect at all, by any means, but it is looking a little bit better. Let's inflate this a little bit. I'm sure that is going to help as well. Oh man, I'm not using symmetry. What's going on today with symmetry? Well, symmetry is always there, it's working. It's me that I'm forgetting to turn it on. And that is showing really badly because it has some bad points there. So we're going to try to do a new zero mesh and keep that. And that might be bad. Let's see one more time. Oh man, I hate when you do that. If you press Alt on zero measure, it's going to do a different algorithm, but if you press it when you have it on the shortcut, it's going to take all this away. So let's see. It's okay, it's better. Smooth it up a little bit. Oh, went overboard. Let's see, using less polygons. No, let's keep it like that. I am going to go crazy if not. That's something better. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, let's make this darker. No, I'm here. I need to go to the other one. Let's right there. And now this, let's paint them pink. I mean, I know they are reflective and they are going like that, but let's make it stylized. Let's take this pink from this color. Kind of weird, right? Oh man, we got something, but it's, yeah, it is what it is. This is feeling like I think that this should be, let's copy this, let's duplicate this guy. Maybe they are attached to the glasses. Keep this, save it. Let me just paint this to see. Well, one thing that you can do, like if you press, well, it used to work, right? Why it's not working right now? Oh no, sorry, I was pressing the other letter. If you press the letter C over a surface, see, it's going to take the color of what is the mouse on, right? So that is cool when you work fast. Like you go there, I want to paint this to see how it will look. If it will look better like that, and I kind of think it does, but I'm not sure. I'm like going a little bit nuts. But yeah, I will do that. Let's keep it like that. So it will be like this, going like here, like deep cuts. Remember they have the mask on, it's not visible but it's there. So what I should do, if I want to do this, yeah, but it looks weird without the glasses, so let's keep it like that. But with the glasses, it looks better. here like this. We got the sexy mouth, but I didn't reach to get that one because it's open mouth. Some teeth, but no, we're not going to do that because I am running out of time already here. Yeah, I mean, we are almost reaching 2 hours, guys. It's so weird. These glasses. I mean, let's see. Let's try something because the glasses are. They should be at least reflective, right? Let's change the material. Let me see something like that. Let's go all the way. There. Material. Fill offset. Mask it. I can invert it, and then I can go to something like that. And pick the black. Oh man, something's happening with the printer. I need to check it out. Sorry guys, I will be right back. There we go. Sorry about that. I should be finishing. Ah man. That's kind of fun, right? Let's see how it looks. And yeah, I'm going to definitely try to finish her, like make her look better. Kind of is there, I can see it, the similitudes, but the thing is that yeah, she's like in like a really cool palette as well, so it's kind of hard to see the same. So you have this a little bit, let's make her a little bit more pinkish in some places like here. The other color. I hope that works. No, yeah, Franco, stop it. Yeah, I need to. Because yeah, you get here and you start to see what you can detail, and it makes to make her look a little bit better. And yeah, man, I mean, I can do tons of stuff, you know, because you realize that yeah, it's not finished, and adding those details, because I am happy with the general form, at least for now, right? Let's see. Yeah, I think this might be a mistake. And let's try to change the material to something different. Oh, no, not right, sorry. Material, right? I'm changing the material, not the... Are you ready, goggles? I don't know, let's keep it like that. And let's duplicate her because I'm going to try to do something different with the mouth, and I want to lose the what I did already. The form Zbrush, I kind of like it because it kind of gives you volume and keeps the details that are on the surface. So it's kind of cool, like a brush to add some volume in some parts. So, oh man, I'm quiet now. I can't even talk because I'm getting like on this part, and this is like the part when I zone out usually. I zone out and just start like detailing stuff. And yeah, sometimes it's hard for me to explain what I'm doing. I need to get used to it. I need to really get used to it. Man, yeah, I think that's a little bit better, but I'm not entirely happy about it. Let's see. I think this is like overdone. I went too far with the lips. Maybe I can do this a little bit more pronounced. And all of this, you know, it's part of the process, like trying out different stuff. It's pretty weird that you get it at the first try. You gotta go and readjust stuff all the time. At least I have to. That's why I'm practicing a little bit and trying to be more specific with my brush strokes. I don't know if specific will be a word, but more certain, right? Let's change this also because the silhouette is different. It's more like that. Right? And maybe the eyes. This should be. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I think that this is as far as we can go today, guys. Girls, sorry, it's like, you know, English is not the first one, so it's kind of like, I don't know, like something that is stuck with me. So, at least we have something that is, you can say, I mean, it is CatWoman. Oh, it's super dark here, guys. Sorry, the light went down, you know, sun. No more sun, anything, so I'm barely visible. Let me see if I can like do something to show my face a little bit. No, yes, a little bit. Yeah, something. That's better. Okay. Just wanted to thank you all for being here. Thank you to Nathan, you know, from VirtualCon for inviting me again. I mean, I'm going to be doing this every Friday at 8 p.m. Spain time. I think it's 2 p.m. New York time. And well, I hope. Hey, Brad, what's up, man? I'm just finishing. I hope you enjoy it. Next time we're going to do one more bust, and probably the Friday after that one we're going to show how to cut it and prepare it for printing. Okay, guys, that was it. Thank you all for being here, and let me find the end stream button. Bye bye, and have a nice weekend.